Okay, welcome to this live kind of get together. I'll be working on the sheet music. I'm going to go ahead and share this stream. So this might take a couple minutes. Okay, like I was saying, I'm just going to be working on the sheet music to it. I got a lot of it done so far. I'll take you to where I was when I started, where I'm at now, and what I'll be doing today. I figured it would benefit not just me, but a lot of people who are kind of interested in this type of work. How did I do it? What my steps were, what applications that I used, and then my style in writing. Let me just make sure that I get a a full audience. I text a couple people. So I shared the link with Cartoons by Brendan, my Facebook page, and Universal Creators Group. And if you come across this video, it'll be kind of casual. It should take about maybe 45 minutes to an hour and a half. Um, just going to be, just basically, I'm just going to share some of what I'm doing with the song. Like I said, here it is in this form. You're welcome to comment, share any ideas, kind of make a community out of it. I just did that page today, and that's the copyright page. And what I actually did with it, this I just figured this out. If you use do a Word document and you size it up and you draw a text box in there, um, you make it you know kind of transparent by not putting a background in there, not putting it framed. And then PNG will actually make a transparent text. I just did if I bring it you over to this computer here, you'll be able to see where I just took the font and made just the font. If you put it in PNG file and then you right button click and you save that textbook as a picture, you can take that PNG and then paste that font and that lettering onto a different a drawing or something here. I'll just do this really quick here. As you can see on my computer, you can see how well that came out, and that's just pasted on a picture that I did. And so that's a really helpful technique. it's pretty much the font and then saving the text box as a picture. Because once it's in JPEG or PNG form, you can do quite a bit more with that as far as text. So that's a picture that goes along with the sheet music that I can now print out. I mean, and you can see how detailed that is and how easy that was to put together. With the other stuff here, I finished up last night. Just really quick, just enough so I can use it. And it's a pretty simple song. It should be readable. I got I stuck it in a binder, in plastic, those little plastic things, and then just kind of put the plastic in the binder, and then this will be kind of the work of the song, and then I put the Inspire Me this song on the cover of the folder. Hopefully this is coming through. I'm just gonna double check on this just to make sure. I have the microphone set at capturing none of the do nothing with the background noise. I know when I did the Behind the Night Sky song, the piano sounded a little funny. So I want to make sure that I fix that this time. So in the beginning, on oh that oh, that was my phone. Sorry about that. But in the beginning, on the copyright page, I put an important note. It says, "Inspire Me. This song sounds the best using a synthesizer. Certain instruments within the many instruments of a synthesizer do bring this song more to life. I recommend using Cool Piano 85 and Vocal Pad 01. Those are for the Oz. You have two bass clefs in the song. Well, I put two bass clefs in the song, in the sheet music. You can see them, right here and right here, in the piano and the Oz. And, so Vocal Pad, and that's one of the instruments that I would recommend using, as well as the orchestra's Cool Piano. And those are the two instruments that the song was originally designed to be used. I have mentioned this before in places that using just the piano with this sheet music, it doesn't sound anywhere near what I'm trying to get that to sound like. Only this sound really does, the thing that I was trying to that I was trying to write down in this with this song. And it is really hard to write down because most of the notes sound like 16th notes, and there's just very, very small differences in the song. And as you can see on the very first page, right up in here, you can see some dots, dashes, and maybe a little dots under a rainbow. And you can see that I'm trying to communicate to myself that when I go to attempt to read this song, the kind of small differences in the song. So this is how the melody goes. And that's kind of what I was trying to communicate to myself. Right now, it's familiar in the brain, so there isn't a need for me to study it. But, 10, 20 years when I forget that type of thing, I would want to be able to try to replay what I was trying to communicate in my youth, which was, see, that third one pauses right there. So I put a little rainbow with the dot. There is a musical name for it, but I'm not going to use it at the moment. And then it pauses there, another rainbow with the dot. And you'll notice just the first measure in the treble clef, you got G, G, and then 3 A's. The 2 G's after the 2 A's after the first 2 G are the ones that you kind of for me make the emphasis on that measure. So it goes that bump bump, those 2 A's, those are the ones to me that were important. So I put the little bar under the little line underneath it. And that pretty much does the first measure. The left hand is G, E, G. Now I noticed that when playing this song, there's 2 bass clefs in there. So whether you use the yaws or the piano for the bass clef, they both sound fairly wonderful. And as of right now, I'm not totally done with this song. So I mean, expect to find some mistakes. I think I just found one where there's in the original piano bass clef, I have 9/16 notes, which should be 8. But if you catch, towards the end of the measure here, you can see that I tied 3 notes in together. Which, according to some, if you tie 3/16 notes together, or even 8th notes, it's supposed to shorten them a bit. So I just put that in there. It could shorten those down to a half of a an 8th note, which is a 6th. It should pretty much, those 3 should be a 16th note, would be, or something to that effect. Like I said, it's not totally finished, but enough that I can work with it. So all right, so that was it's a bit tough to get into the flow with it, but that's still fairly good. And then if we just go with the left hand, they're just pretty much G's and E's. Now that's going to be hard without recording software, but it still sounds pretty good. And that's pretty much the left hand. I can see that I'm still going to need to work on this song quite a bit, but. That's pretty much it. I mean, if I was gonna, if somebody actually wanted this, wanted to play the sheet music, I would say to separate the instruments as far as the piano and the ahs, or even the strings added in there, to play them separately. It is a tough song to play unless obviously you just do one at a time, and this is fairly easy. didn't get that part totally right, which was. I mean, I have been out of this song for a while. I put it down simply on the original paperwork, a month and a half ago, and I haven't looked at it since. I've been working on the my own beat tree houses for a while now, and so when I got kind of just done with that song for a moment, I went to put this on in a more presentationable format. And so I haven't really played it, looked at it, and from the way it looks, I can't really keep up with the bass clef right now. Just the rhythm. I mean, this obviously sounds well, but to put those two in together seems to be kind of tough. I mean, all it takes is just 1/16th note off somewhere, and I mean, it's just going to stumble. So, even with the piano part, it goes. I mean, it's two beats for the first two notes, which is G E, and then it's two beats for the other bass cut. That's right here in the first measure. There's three notes in there, which the fourth one is tied to the original, which is the G. And I just so it should be pretty easy. Two beats, two beats. What I can try with it is just doing the G. We'll knock out the E and see if we can't keep up with it that way, which would be. It was something to that effect. That was fairly easy to do. I hope that's coming through not too loud for your ears. Notice in the recording of Behind the Night Sky, some of it sounded, I think I had the mic too close to the amp. What I plan on doing in the future is in the output of this of the amplifier. I'm going to see if I can't run that into either a physical mixer or right into the computer. So that way there is no surrounding environment unless it's through the microphone, which would be only through my voice. So everything that comes through the piano will go right straight into the computer, and that should make the sound. That should fix this small sound problem. I appreciate those who have watched the 4 hours. I noticed there was quite a few views on there so far. I can't be happy enough that you've seen. I went through the entire 4 hours yesterday. I loved it. I did notice that some of it could appear a bit off, but it was still a great performance. I don't think it was anywhere near as much fun as the 2 hours of Bitty Nightmare Bite. I watched that one earlier today. I had CC caption on there, that caption where it reads it to you, and that went well. And it was exciting to listen to. I mean, it was just like, yes, I mean, that was awesome. And the music flowed well. It went so well, but I don't think I've gotten as many people looking at that. I mean, that one obviously is horror, but Behind the Night Sky, I did get quite a few views on that. So thank you all for watching that. I mean, whoever watched it and sat through the entire 4 hours. I hope that story sat well with you, and you got a lot, you gained from it, because it's an awesome story and it's an awesome idea, and the ideas are not that far fetched from something that is or that possibly could be. With that being said, I'm going to continue working on the song, so we'll try the bass clef again. At least I will. That is fairly hard to do. I mean, I admit that that is a very, 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 very hard song to perform at this point. And that does sound so well, though. I might actually just put that in there. I mean, because the two could possibly be mixed, as its own thing. So it's like all the way down at the bottom of the page, right here, where it does and then it could go. It would just simplify the song so much more. Um, so much more. I mean, I can't actually perform that with my right hand, without it flowing. Yeah, that's really hard to do. When I wrote the song and how I the reason why I have a couple instruments in the song is because I did record the song first. So that might be the easiest way to go about catching both parts. And maybe I'll just come up with something simpler on this part, maybe a chord, which would be. Okay, so I don't want to. What I don't want to do is make the live streams something that can't be, not flow well. I was doing when I started these. I just throwing stuff out there. I still want to keep them throwing out because if you go to visit somebody, it can be comfortable just not having to be totally structured. So I'm not going to be that structured, and kind of let the ideas flow. You're definitely welcome to comment and put anything in there that you want to put in there. Any questions you want to ask. The song is written in G, and I mean, the song is written in G. So there's one sharp in there, which is the F sharp. So the scale is. And that's G. That's the scale of G major. One sharp, which is F sharp, and that's what the scale is written. That is what key the song is written in. And so originally, though, this part right here, I mean, like I said, it's been a month and a half since I've looked at the music, so I'm almost looking at it, opening it up myself, and trying to figure out what I put down. So this part right here was actually written for the Oz. I mean, it says the Oz, so it must be the Oz. So and the Oz were in the vocal pads, so it goes. And that's pretty much what the continuously the entire bass clef does, which I think I'm going to change a little bit. I mean, though that might be the reason why the treble clef and the cool piano doesn't sound right, is because the instruments are actually, the reason behind the flow. So if the odds don't meet the cool piano, it's not gonna at all, because if I play the treble clef that I wrote down, this is what it sounds like in just normal piano. Wait a minute, the normal. And you might come across and say, well, why would you write that? I mean, because it doesn't really sound that worthy to capture that moment. But if I put that in the cool piano, the orchestra, it was. And that melody sounds as if I'm, on a highway, possibly going to work, on a night shift, kind of in the city. That's the kind of feel that the song gives with the cool piano. Um, you can correct me if I'm wrong with the cool piano. Actually, the names on the, are kind of a bit off on my particular Juno DS synthesizer right at the moment, which I got to get worked on a little bit. So you can correct me. Don't hold me accountable to that. But what I did put in the sheet music, for my own sake, right at the moment, this is going to change. I mean, this is not final. I put that it was the 85 up. So if you hit orchestra on your Juno DS, your Roland Juno DS synthesizer, and you move that little wheel 85 up on the orchestra, you'll come across that sound, which I think I had written down as cool piano from years ago. So it does, it is it is a good sound, and that's what the sound sounds like. And same with this thing. And that's another kind of cool night, emotional experience of a sort. And if I put it on the Oz, it just doesn't. So, you know what? It might. I'm gonna go over it with my NHC software and just make sure that the notes are lining up with the two instruments. I don't. I can. There's no way right now I can do the two instruments just to double check on it. But what I can do with the sheet music is add both parts in there in a way. Leave it the way it is. And then add the simpler format with so I catch both ideas in there, and then add that to the melody of the song, because right now it's only 3 pages. So if I did that for a page or two, you know uh, And so that would be a page, a page or two, and just kind of stretch those two parts out. And I wasn't sure on that last E how that would combine that well. So that might be it. It'd be so it might be something like that. There's so much that can be done with it. But I'm being reminded, and I know it's true, that what I'm really trying to do is attain the gravity to the song, just the gravity, the experience, and being able to hold on to these things. So, I mean, live performances and just flowing with the music. There's obviously it's never ending. There's so much in there that can be done. But it's not going to be done if the gravity isn't there to practice and kind of play with the parts that need to be played with right now. So that could be. I'm not going to mark it down and write it down because it obviously you know it can be that way, but it also can be other ways. I mean, this one does sound good though. But I know how to tie in segments together, so that isn't too hard to keep right there. But it does sound wonderful. I have the chords written on the top, which are pretty simple at this point. I mean, simple, anything simple when writing music, I notice sounds absolutely, I mean, not sounds, but looks absolutely wonderful. And there's no longer room to throw anything else in there because all the space is taken up. But as you can see up here, I just labeled the C, G, and stuff on the top. Some people also put the guitar bars on there along with the chord, which I might do in the future. Just kind of draw them up and have them for the future, so I can just kind of paste them. As a in Paint. This is really important too. If you take say you make a very large guitar, with the lines and the dots and the chord. So you make it very large, 22 by 1700 pixels or 22 by 2200 pixels, and it's large enough that the computer can detect what you want cut out. If you take the magic select and you have the computer kind of magic select that out, once it's selected out to where you are pretty cool with it, you hide the canvas. You go to canvas and slide the little bars so that way there's no canvas back there, and it's just your guitar bar. If you hit save, it will now save that the guitar bar. If you click on which type of file you want it saved under, you'll find the PNG. You can save it under that type of format. If you save it under that type of format, there's a little box down below that says transparent. If you click the little transparent box, it was going to only save what you cut out. And then you save it. When you pull that back up in other applications, even with Paint, and you have a piece of sheet music and you just want to paste those or make little stickers and paste your guitar things up above them, You would either go to stickers and upload your transparent PNGs, or you just can insert them and then kind of shrink them down and stick them in your work, and that makes everything really easy. I mean, if you get your favorite chords to use, or just a variety bunch of chords, and you have them all cut out in PNG forms, you can just upload those into different documents, and that's going to save a ton of time, and it's going to make your sheet music just look more that much more professional. It's obviously about the gravity. So obviously, the enemy would be, making it this. An enemy could be perceived as an enemy because you start getting better and better, and your work's that much improved. You're getting, that much liberty, but it's not really liberty because the gravity is the money. So the harder the job is, the more money it's going to bring. I mean, the actual more trouble you have, in performing the work, the more money it's going to bring. So obviously, it's always been free, and this is one of the free ones that most likely that you can just have these formats that you can paste in different ways. So and then so you can have them in the future that if you print them out or print them out on different sheet music, you can recall what you did on that sheet music as far as the guitar or chords you used. Here I just put the letters out here. It was G, E, and G. So this is what I put in this song. And although I put it as the piano is actually not supposed to flow with this as the cool piano, but the normal piano when I put it in NHC software. But just so I would have it, I put them both together as the piano. So if I just go to the piano, this is the chord I used. So it would be. But that E really did sound good, that E minor. So the E minor sounds really, really wonderful in that. So I'm going to make a little note. I'll just pull out the sheet music out of its plastic little case. I have a marker here, and I will mark that E minor sounds well. And in the bigger way of looking at it, obviously I already have put this song in several places, including YouTube, MeTV, and an album actually that's selling on Bandcamp. But with the flow of music, I even actually got it at the Copyright Office as a sound ready copyright recording. It's obviously though it's not easy to do is hold on to what I actually did in the sound recording. So as I'm trying to put it down, and the variety of ways I put it down, that I actually played it, it kind of is tough, but it's the gravity. It's the thing that's actually holding together the entire music thing I'm working on. So it's really important that I put down my thoughts. Anything that I can use in the future for this song. So this is how just the chords are with the melody sound in this in this in this version of it. So that already sounds awful with the left hand in that chord. You can tell the difference because it just doesn't sound good. This would sound better in this one, which is just a G and an E, which would be. I think I had that written down on the first page. I put G, E, C, and then an A actually on the original that I put down on pen. I put the chords as and that might even be better. So with that, I could do still didn't sound that good though. That doesn't sound that well to me, but though it could. If I do the chords, like I said, if I just do the chords that I originally wrote down, it would go to the effect of. And that's pretty good. I don't know if you've listened to the song on MeTV. I also posted on Cartoons by Brendan. It has there's nowhere near does it sound this way, but that was actually pretty sweet with just the piano. Um, that flow. I mean, those chords were that A. Really went well in there. The A is A major. Wait a minute, it's actually A minor. So that actually went well in there. So I might change those around, and as I'm still going to be working on the music, so it would go G E C. That might be better than the original bass clef, and I might just change that to another instrument totally, and then just leave it kind of as the old fake books were with the melody and the chords, because that still sounds pretty good. What did I put there on the? So it goes. That might sound well better in the future. So I will put down that G, E minor, and C, and A. And then I'll just put the A here. And that sounds fairly well. That's a totally, absolutely, totally different song. But if I capture that moment, I can use the sheet music in a variety of different ways. So what I'm gonna do with that is after each fall down, when it falls down there, when it picks back up after the third, kind of bump, I will throw another one of those in there. think that will work for that part. That's pretty cool. A new cool thing I want to show you is, some of the theater work for Behind the Night Sky and the game. Um, First, I will present the more complete of Behind the Night Sky. This is the theater script. It's over 30 pages. I wrote it obviously. This one is the game. Nowhere near anything yet, but pretty much just notes. This thing is amazing. This is in the same way. This is in the same type style as I use on the sheet music. A nice folder. I get the plastic see-through things that I can put paper in. This is absolutely amazing right here as a script. I mean, I have the chapters here, the contents. These are the characters that are in the story, and the materials needed. This is over here is the musical instruments that are needed. This is describing the first half, and then it goes on to scene one, and that's the theater version that's in the making. The more I go over the story, the more I add on to it. The more I go over the script, the more I add on to it. If you have any, if you want to see a PDF of the script for yourself, make little notes on it, and send it back to me with any of your insight onto what you think should be done with it. You're definitely welcome to do that. I could put your name in the script and just say that you kind of edited it, or that you added in such and such parts. That's if I use it. You can also comment here and just anything that you think that I should, I know what I want to do is get a screenplay booklet and just kind of from time to time glance at what they got going on. There's also online, and I can look up, screenplay booklets. But I haven't done it yet because I'm actually I designed this entire pretty much the entire thing to go on. I figure if I don't use anybody else's stuff, the more creativity is gonna flow. So I don't like to look at other people's stuff as all that much. But I can if it's gonna help it get out there to where people are gonna use it. A format that's that's mandatory or something. I can put it in a format like that. But as of right now, I'm just kind of just using it so that way I can finish it up. It's absolutely wonderful. If somebody wanted to do this, say in a high school or college, it can be done right now. I mean, the sheet music's done, and the script's done, and that way. I mean, if you use it right now, it would be good because people would be able to play in it and be like, this guy didn't even know what he was doing, because there is that there's all those nutritions in there for them to be able to pick out what they want. You'd pretty much be going off you just pretty much be letting them do what they want, kind of, although they would have some sort of gravity to go back to about what Brendan thought the story should be or what he would have liked in the performance. So yeah, I mean, if you want this now, if you want to try doing it, if you want the sheet music, I can actually throw this out there as a PDF, both the sheet music and the script. If you would want to perform that or even try to perform it. It would help me grow, and plus it helped the students grow. If you do want something to do with that, I mean, you can even leave a comment down below, or you can visit drawingsbybrendan.com and just message me, tell me you would like to see the script, or that you would want a PDF of the script. If you think that you might actually use it, I can actually print one out and mail it to you. If you want to see the music, if you go on to www.drawingsbybrendan.com, you'll find the sheet music to Behind the Night Sky, including 14 Let Us See music lessons. if you download that PDF, you'll have the 10 songs in there. That can be performed right now, although I would want, a lot more in there, but can be performed right now. And then, you'd have the Let Us See music lessons also to kind of, just tune up a bit. And then, just message me. I can give you the script. I also can put it on there as a download. But the thing is, with Drawings by Brendan, I have 10 uh, things I can place 10 or 12 I can place on there for people to download. I want to try to, just throw a variety of things out there that people can download, whether books and materials and stuff. But I'm not going to just put the script up there just because, it's kind of pointless at this point, because I don't think anybody is going to go to that site who's actually, in a theater program. But you'd be better off, going to Drawings by Brendan or Cartoons by Brendan and emailing me or messaging me and just ask for a printed script, and I'll mail you one, or just a PDF and I'll send it to you in an email. And so now that I got the Behind the Night Sky script done, I'm going to try to do the game, same format. I've already started it out. It's not, it's just in hand form now. I'm just taking, paper, just normal paper, and, beginning to kind of jot down the actual story of what's going to happen. The notes are in there. I know what I want. I got the basic idea. 10 kids in a woodsy land, and final, they go home. Center is, war and him trying to just messing with the original camp. So, you get the beginning, you get what happened, the beginning, mystery, the middle, a war, and then in the end, everybody goes home. And then that's going to be a great, enjoys, time for me to be able to put that down. And I am loving it right now. I'm absolutely loving it. So this was, this is going on now an hour. I didn't want to make this too long. But as you can see, there's so much in there, and there's so much more I'm going to need to work on when it comes to this song. It's incredible. I don't even think I can take it as is. I did not get the ahs at all, because, like I said, it was record. I recorded it and I kind of picked them out, but that's what they were doing. So the song needs quite a bit more work. I'm going to just check real quick to see if I have something on my phone, or even on that. I don't right now. Maybe I do on this computer, so I'm going to try to pull it up. I'm going to play the Inspire Me music, just a quick portion of it that we can listen together, so you can get what I was trying to. Can you hear that? So it's not really even the ahs. It's the it's actually the strings in this version. So I'm gonna get that's not the better version of it. So I'm gonna pull up the better version of it. So you can hear, what I put down as the R's were not the R's; they were actually the strings. I'm gonna make a note of it. And I remember posting that on Cartoons by Brennan that I liked that sound was kind of unique. It almost sounded like maybe like a slave ship or something. It sounds, both well on the Kuhl piano, and plus it also sounds well on the strings. So, on the original, just trying to pull it up, it says, uh, you know, uh, on the original, I have it written down as the orchestra. Um, so this is the sound that was used that time, and that's where we're getting that kind of that idea that sounded really cool. And you could hear in the song, that it was not, it wasn't like a, it wasn't set kind of, the melody never lined up with the strings. So that's important to, kind of document right there. And so, if you go along and try to combine both the piano, the and you're trying to combine that with this, it's not going to combine that well. I mean, there's quite a bit of liberty in there. You know, that's how it would go. I would say just mix them together. Play the melody and in the way it's written in the 16th notes, and then just layer over the. Once you catch on to it and you're doing the strings, I would just go. And hopefully at some point they will just catch together somehow. It doesn't actually sound like they could flow together well, and a lot of my music's like that, where it's it's kind of choppy. So it's a bit choppy, but it still gives both of it. It's kind of like it's almost like a beverage, like a soda. I mean, you get a lime soda or a strawberry soda. If you're not familiar with the taste, you just drink strawberries in this fuzz, and you're like, wow, that's unique. So that's what I'm going for. The melody is the strawberries, and you also get the water, and you might not expect those to somehow go together, but they do. In a big environment, they're just gonna, if the strings does their part and the piano does their part, they're gonna somehow make a beverage. And to some people it might taste sweet. To some people they might hate it because of the fuzz and the popping, and but I love it. And in different days it sounds, it's more enjoyable than others. And that's what I'm going to do about that. And I'm going to leave it as is, and I'm going to make the note of it, right on the beginning, that I'm going to just say strings, you know, um, you know, play as is. It will flow. And I'll add that in there in the future, final work. So I should, right before I stop, I should let you listen to the full Inspire Me song that I have, that I have. I'm not, I'll try to, I'm gonna have to hold these up. It's gonna be, I'm limited on a little bit of resources, but what I'm gonna do is, you know, I'm gonna play the, I'm gonna play this song. Um, I'll play it as it is in the late one of the versions of it. I'll play it right through. So as it's playing, I mean, you can hear, the variety of ways that the two come together. The melody, the semi melody of kind of the Cool Night Drive, and then kind of the rowing in the strings, and they're most likely gonna make a certain, despite the fact that there's a variety of ways in there, they're gonna come together and make the Inspire Me song. And in the sheet music, I'm gonna do some additives with it. Like I said, right now it's 3 pages, and I'm gonna try to see if I can't get, add that, make that to 6, and add in a variety of other things. Including a couple more notes on the beginning page, um, and then just how awesome that sounds with the instrument and the cool piano. Just the bass clef, and kind of make that a thing. Like you know, you can hear that kind of that rowing in the strings, and then in the cool piano, if it's added to the melody, it's almost like as if the piano begins to talk to the strings and says, jazz it up this way, which blends in with the melody, and maybe that part gets cut out altogether towards that ending part, and then I'll add something else in there. Um, whether I quiet it up or just switch instruments, or I'll just keep it the same. Or see how the strings is beginning to argue. I mean, I also could do that with the end. Like I said, this was not the final draft of it on written form, so there's more I can add in there. I might just leave it like that. The cool piano comes into the strings and starts, saying some stuff, and then the strings goes out with an argument. Okay, well that's gonna end the live stream today. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you gained out of that. Remember definitely the text box, being able to save that as a picture, because if you have those fonts, especially making them transparent through no background and no outline, and you can use that picture for different things later. If you are using their fonts, I would definitely recommend getting a commercial license to use Microsoft Office, and I would definitely check on licensing individual fonts as well. Um, Also, keep in mind, just the transparent PNG files using Paint 3D. If you take those and you save them as those files, you can upload them and paste them on different work later. Um, you know, what an awesome time! What an awesome adventure! Thanks for spending time here, and don't be afraid to reach out and question me. Um, you know. And there's so much riches here as far as writing music and things that are shareable. If you have something, definitely share it with me, and I can add it into my work. Um, you know, uh, Easy way to do a copyright page, as well as make the wording for your cover page. If you're gonna design sheet music, if you're gonna make it, you're gonna want those in there because they sell better, as well as putting the length of your song. That can also make it sell better. Just be adding in the details and being able to go over it many times. And don't be afraid to do that, which you're probably not, but definitely take the time to do that. Again, thanks for spending time with me. It's been a great time. I love spending time on Drawings by Brendan. I love being live. Have a wonderful evening.